The story of the brass family. It might seem silly, but to make the sound on instruments of the brass family, players must vibrate their lips pressed firmly against a metal mouthpiece attached to a hollow tube. Different materials, sizes, and shapes are used to produce a range of sounds. Long ago, people learned they could make pleasant noises by vibrating their lips and blowing air through natural materials such as seashells. The large conch shell is used for religious ceremonies in India because its bold sound is believed to chase away bad spirits. Australian people use tubes of wood hollowed by insects or fire to make their traditional didgeridoo. People eventually learned to use fire to craft tools from metal. They also found new ways to create musical instruments. Although brass is golden in color, it's actually a mixture of copper and zinc. Instruments made of pure gold would be too soft and much too expensive. The first brass instrument that we know about is a trumpet found in a drawing in King Tutankhamun's tomb in Egypt, dating to 1500 BC, over 3,000 years ago. The modern-day brass family includes, from small to large, trumpet, French horn, trombone, and tuba. The small trumpet makes the highest sounds, while the large, heavy tuba makes the lowest sounds. Brass instruments feature a mouthpiece, a hollow tube, valves to change the pitch, and a flared bell where the sound comes out. The tubes of brass instruments are actually many feet long, but are curved and coiled around in a special way so they are easier to hold. Stretched out to its full length, a French horn would be about 18 feet long. Playing a brass instrument is thought to be good exercise for the lungs because of the large amount of air and muscle strength needed to make a sound. However, brass instruments are naturally very loud, so sometimes players will cover or mute the bell to play quietly or create special sound effects. The pitch of a brass instrument can be made high or low just by tensing or relaxing the lips. Additionally, most have 3 to 5 valves that the player presses with the fingers of the right hand to play melodies. A bugle is like a trumpet, but it has no valves and can only play a few basic notes. However, as it is loud and relatively easy to play on horseback, in the olden days, an army bugler was used to signal to the troops on the battlefield. The deeper sounding trombone also has no valves. Instead, it has a slide that the player moves in and out to change the sound. This is why it's also known as a slide trombone. The largest and deepest sounding brass instrument is the tuba. Because tubas are very heavy, a special kind of wraparound tuba is used in marching bands. It's called a sousaphone, named after John Phillips Sousa, the composer of many popular tunes for marching bands.